Captain's log. Troy Casey going where no man has gone before. Or at least trying to. I think other cats have gone where I'm trying to go before. So, alright, let me just come clean. So I'm down here on this trip, and I mean, they're at Rythmia here, they're selling miracles for sure. 95% of the people that come here get a miracle. And so we did breath work tonight, and I've got a breath work practice, and I don't do so much holotropic, but I've done it. I've done it plenty of times. But I had a full-blown awakening, full-blown miracle today. Just on my first full day here at Rythmia. And yeah, the room, the creature comforts, so it makes it very comfortable for you to go deep fast. Plus, the whole place is set up for going deep. Had my colonic this morning. That was amazing. Ozone for 40 minutes, going up my butt and cleaning out my intestines. That was amazing. Then food was amazing. Food's amazing. And the grounds are nice, quiet, lots of rain. Staff is amazing, very helpful, very kind and cordial. Then we got into that room, so there's about 70 spiritual pilgrims here. And yeah, with a lot of people doing that intense breath work, it definitely, there's an energy, je ne sais quoi, if you will. There's an energy. Bottom line is I've done a lot of breath work. I was able to go deep. And I'm also working with my intentions. So if intentions work, I'm going for the big money, right? Pure enlightenment. You know, it's not that I want to open my heart. My heart's already open. I want my heart purified, right? I want a pure heart at 100% of the time, right? So I want that. And hey, here's a news flash that I realized after my breathwork awakening, and I'll get into that in a minute. But if the religions say, you know, Jesus said you can have what I have and more, you know, those are part of the teachings. I don't hear it as often as I think it should be taught. I think everyone that's studying that religion should be like, yeah, you can have what Jesus had and more. So what did he have? Complete enlightenment. So that's what I'm calling forth. I'm calling forth. I want that Christ consciousness, that Christ energy inside me, the complete realization while I'm walking the earth of that feeling. I've had glimpses of it through DMT and through some of the breath work. But today I had a big glimpse of it, to the point where I was laying down, I was doing holotropic, you know, really big breath, cyclical breath. Went through the rebirthing process. My hands didn't really lock up. What I felt in my hands was the complete electricity. It's almost like when you're going into DMT and you turn into vibration, sum total of the all. And so I started feeling that almost consume my arms, started to go into my torso, went into a full sweat. But I was guided to sit up, and I went into full lotus too. I can sit in full lotus, but it's not always that comfortable. And this time I was like trying to cram my legs tighter and get my spine higher. And then I was just like, I got into like this Merkaba, and I was just like, okay, let's fly this bitch. You know, let's get this breathwork machine rolling here. And I was just like, boom. I was probably 20, 30 minutes into the breath work, and I could feel Yuri was sitting next to me, and she was going through some deep emotional stuff. Yeah, Yuri?
Yeah.
I still got to hear your story, too. You were going to tell me. We haven't decompressed since that. We went straight to dinner. But any words you want to share, Yuri?
Well, I just had I have a mask out right now, but my a vision was you cleared out some of your deep healing wounds and had a really big awakening and stood up really tall and strong. And me, Troy, Athena was next to you.
So she had a vision. I don't know if you fully heard that, but she had a vision that I became very strong. And that's exactly what happened to me. I went through whatever healing that I went through. So first of all, I said, I set my intention to purify my heart. And then I said, breathwork's usually hard. I mean, Dr. P.P. Shivambu used to take me through it, and I would swear at him, I don't want to breathe, And so I said, okay, if intentions work, then I want ease and grace. I want this breathwork to be easy. And I cycled through the most dramatic part, and boom, I sat up, got my spine as tall as I could, full lotus, and started breathing, man. I was like, you guys see my videos, so I got the practice behind me, but I was like going for it. It wasn't just, 30 rounds, which is usually 50. I know you guys all bust me all the time. 50 to 90 is usually what I do. I was going for it, man. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And at one point, the facilitator came over there and they tried to get me to lay down. And I said, look, I'm having a spontaneous Kundalini awakening or whatever this is called. This is the most profound yoga experience I've ever had in my complete life. And so I said, if you want me to lay down, I will. But I'm like, well, why would you want to stop this? And so they let me do my thing. And actually, the energy kind of tapered off. So it was almost like I broke through this thing, then tried to fly the spaceship. And it came a point where I wasn't even high anymore. I was just clear, like extremely like clear and light. And anyways, I definitely had a good miracle today. I mean, it just tells me that all the work that I've been doing for the past 20 years, things are culminating. I experienced this in my last ayahuasca ceremony, which I did in Ojai, California. I've only done 3 ceremonies in the United States. And I felt my intestines were a lot more clear. It was easier for me to, shit on the stuff. I don't think I puked, but I felt like the medicine went through me really well. And normally I was caught up with emotional stuff. I got into some pretty cool kaleidoscope, hallucinations, sacred geometry and stuff. That was my last time on ayahuasca, about last December, I think. And so what intuitively is coming to me that the work that I've done on my gut microbiome, the work that I've done on myself is, it's still not completely easy, but it's flowing more. That's what I'd like to say is flowing. I don't ever want to come off like I'm getting high on my own supply and it's all about my ego. And that's the other thing that came up, because I was just like, whoa, this is fucking powerful. That's why I said it about that Jesus Christ energy. I'm asking God for that. Yep, give it to me. I'm ready. Give it to me. And at the same time, my ego stepped in a little bit, and I was like, wow, this feels good. Go for a ride. And I'm like, I just pray to keep my ego in check. My ego, the ego serves a purpose. I don't like the whole hippie movement, yoga. Everybody's like, you got to dissolve the ego, and it's like, ego serves a purpose, right? Otherwise, Troy Casey wouldn't be Troy Casey, or a certain part of Troy Casey wouldn't be Troy Casey without his ego. So the ego is part of us. It's like the shadow. We don't want to kick it in the closet. It'll fester underneath the rug as self-sabotage. So you got to honor it. So there I was, riding my own little Merkaba, getting high on my own supply, and the ego came up a little bit, and I just put it in check, and because I choose to be humble. It's this whole everything that I'm going through. It's not about me. It's about this planetary awakening that we're going through. Anyways, I digress. I am doing captain's log here at Rythmia, and we're 9 minutes and 50 seconds into this video. And Rythmia is great, high end, super kind people that work here. The spa is good. I went in the hot and the cold today. I did a mud a little bit. I scrubbed my skin with it, but there's been a lot of rain. Had a colonic. Went to Agape Live in the morning. It was live streaming, so Reverend Michael is here at Rythmia through the live stream. And good food, and yeah, it's just amazing. And the breath work was amazing. Ayahuasca starts tomorrow. So stay tuned, guys.